In this specific video, we're going to be talking about creating engaging intro pages to increase visitor interaction with your site. So what is the concept of a page engager? Well, it's adding a survey, a poll, or simple interactive question before somebody hits your website. So basically, before they hit your website, they see something that says a question, and it asks them a question, and it asks them to take a particular action. And what this does is it builds curiosity within the visitor to take a specific action, to help them feel that they have invested time into your site, and in their subconscious, they have taken a mini transaction. So this can be super powerful. In order for this to work, you're going to need 2 images, and then you'll need to have 1 HTML page in addition to what you are already having. Now, you can have an HTML page or you can have a WordPress page. So depending on what site you use, just an extra page with 2 images on it with an engaging poll or survey, that's what we're going to be creating, which eventually redirects to your main site. So let me show you how to implement this. Now, before I move to actually show you how to implement this strategy, I want to give you some examples of page engagers. Now, as you can see here, it has a question up here. It says, which of these is the best for your weight loss diet? A yummy donut or a shiny apple? So if you click on the yummy donut, let's see what happens. It says, get your free copy of our amazing donut diet book. Okay, so if you click on the donut, you're forwarded here. But if you click on the shiny apple, we can see that you're still forwarded here. So this is an example of 2 images. Whether you choose one image or the other, it still points to your site. The shiny apple, so we got a negative and a positive. So you need to make sure that whatever images that you choose can actually somehow relate back to your site. Your whole goal here is basically to just get people to interact with your site so that they have some sort of entertainment. So this is another example here. It says, vote which one of these new games is your favorite, Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed. So if you click on Call of Duty here, we're able to see this 100% free guide to getting all the latest video games without ever paying a dime. And if we go back to the page engager here and we click on Assassin's Creed, we see that it still forwards to the squeeze page. So regardless of which one of these you choose, they go to the same page. Now, of course, you can make it so that they go to separate pages, but that's just up to you. But in this strategy, as you can see, it goes to the same page. So to create something like this, you're going to need to have an HTML page. You're going to need to have 2 images, and then you can create it. So in this example, I found 2 images and I thought about it, and what I'm going to do is make a page engager type page that will promote some sort of time management. So regardless whether you have the little man that's frustrated because maybe he hasn't had the ability to really organize his time and he's losing a lot of time, or the guy who says, oh, I've got my time on schedule and so forth. So you need to think about, how can I use 2 images that might be quite different, might actually reach out to somebody's problems and so forth like that, but also still forward back to the main page. So to do this, so as you can see, you got question, image, and caption. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to gather the question, we got the two images, and what goes below these images. So I paused this video and I've got this question that says, how do you feel about your time management? We've got frustrated, I'm losing time, or not bad, but I need help to improve. Okay, so now that we've got the question and then the two possible choices of answers, now we can begin to create the page engager. So what we need to do is download a software called Composer. So if we go to google.com here, there's a piece of software called Composer. That's KOMPOZER.net. And this is compatible with Macs, Windows, and Linux, as you can see here. So go ahead and download it because we're going to be using it in just a few minutes. So if I go back to the file manager here, I'm going to create a HTML page. Now keep in mind, if you have some sort of site and the site's file is already index.html, then you might have to rename your index.html or HTML file to something like index2.html. So in this case, I'm going to say index.html. Click on yes. I'm going to edit this with Composer. And now we're just going to enter the details. So for example, how do you feel about your time management? So I'm going to click the center button here. And then I'm going to put, let's say, image 1 here, or image 2. So image 1 is obviously that specific image to the left here. Let's see here. So I'm going to put the negative on the left hand side. So if I highlight this, click on image, I'm going to insert an image. And the dimensions of the image, let's see here, custom size. I want to say, let's say 400. That's still pretty big. So let's make it 350. And then put the other image here. And then we're going to add the other image here. So click on dimensions and resize it to 350. Click OK. So now we have two images, but I want to increase the size of the word or. So highlight it and increase the size here. And let's see, we're going to bold it and change the font to Arial and save the file. Now all we need to do is simply put the captions beneath each image. So I'm going to go WordPad here, copy this right below the image. So we're going to put it on a brand new line here and get the other text and put this underneath the right image, and I'm going to put some white space between them so it looks about like in the middle of the bottom of each image. I'm going to highlight the text, I'm going to make it bold, make it bigger. Let's see, going to move the white space over. Okay, so highlight this. I'm going to change the color of the fonts. I'm going to bold it, do the same over here, but I'm going to use a different color. Let's say blue. Click OK. Okay, and the question, I want to change the font to Arial, bold it, make it bigger. Highlight it. Let's change the font here to maybe red, dark red. Click on save, and there we go. Now let's make the images clickable, so if somebody clicks on the link, it actually goes to the landing page. So click on link, enter the URL. We'll just say google.com for example's sake here. Click show border around the linked image. So click link, enter Google, show border around linked image. That way somebody knows to click on that link. And let's see here. Let's take a look at the index.html file in the browser, and that's what it looks like. So you got frustrated, I'm losing time, or not bad, but I need help to improve. Now that's how to create it manually. However, if you want it to look nicer and make it look faster and have the ability to track statistics, there is a plugin, a software application called Page Engager, and it's at squeezeninja.com/Page Engager, as you can see here. So I just wanted to show you two different avenues. You can do it automatically with Page Engager or manually using the methods that I showed you. So whatever route you choose, you can go for it. And that's how to create a engaging page that can have your visitors interacting with you and increase your conversion rates of your site. And that's it.